This is Laura Mafka, aka Rogan Osron, back at you with another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about why unattractive men's lives won't get better after election. And I think we really need to talk about this because a lot of men seem to still think that their voice matters. The things on how they view politics are actually going to change how this world and the US is going, when in reality it's only going to affect very small, minute things. At the end of the day, you're still going to have to pay bills. You're still going to have to go to a job you hate. You're still going to have to deal with just bullshit family members. So it's like, I really don't see why people get hyped for this type of stuff. I mean, you can call me being negative, but it's the truth. And okay, Kamala lost and Trump won. Great. Okay, there's still a man in the seat of the White House, but it's like, now what? Political issues aside, how do we fix the societal social problem of there's no more families, people aren't bonding like how they used to, men and women are literally separated on an emotional level so deeply to where it can't even be fixed. It's impossible, it seems. And so many guys don't want to talk about this. You don't see any politicians trying to put everything aside and say we need to address societal's social issues. People can lie to you all they want and say, oh, I'm gonna make everything better, just vote me in. It's literally the same thing from both sides. And that's why I don't see why people just get so excited and hyped up about this when this year is literally going to be like the year last year. It's going to be the same bullcrap, or if not, it's going to get a little more worse than it already is, regardless of who's in charge. So it's like, why keep putting your faith in people who are lying to you? Why not put all of that into yourself and only caring about how you're doing? And I think a lot of men are still asleep, especially, to just the fact that if you're an unattractive man, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how nice you are. It doesn't matter if you get on your knees and pray to the Lord 8 times a day. Nothing is just, it's not going to work out for you like that. You're going to have a very hard and difficult life. Even as an average man, you're still going to have a very hard, difficult life because when you're a man in today's society, no one still cares about you. At the end of the day, all of those people that were at those rallies for Kamala and Trump, they all huddled together. All for what? Nothing to really change social. Only just little small minute things on immigration, you know, birthrights, etc. Like these things are not going to affect the pivotal most issues that we're facing in society today, especially as average and unattractive lonely men. Like, what's going to get better for you? Like, I hate to tell you guys this, but there's no electoral ballot for your face. There's no type of electoral college vote that's going to help your height. Like, this is something that men really need to come to. And I know it's a brutal realization because it's like, okay, the elections are over. Now we have to still worry about paying bills. How are we going to get food on our table? Are we going to be able to function around people with different belief systems? These are still problems that are still going to be going on. That's like with people getting excited about these holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Like, all of this stuff is grown old. And so many people are starting to outgrow this. Like, a lot of us see, especially as men, that it's no point in getting excited or hyped to anything when you literally don't have nothing to work or strive for hardly. Like, the only thing you literally have left is just yourself, comforting yourself, finding out ways that you can be able to function in this society. And that's a very difficult thing to do when you have all these challenges, these obstacles in your way. And you can be freaking sure that the people in charge are going to make it way harder for you, regardless of who's in charge. Because at the end of the day, everyone's working together. Everyone wants to keep pulling the strings so we can stay just dumbed down, more poor, more uneducated on how this reality is really a torture fest. Like, there's literally nothing left here for the average and just very unattractive man. You mean to tell me you think that your voice is actually going to matter, your vote, when you're literally being picked on 24/7? You don't have any family checking up on you, or you've just completely cut them off to where you realize that none of these people care about me in the first place. You think that that matters when you're still going to be facing the same situations daily? Like, we literally have to call it what it is. Like, I really don't understand why people still get excited for elections and so hyped up. Nothing is going to change. We're still going to have high gas prices to pay, most likely. We're still going to have bills getting worse. We're still going to have more homeless people on the street. We're still going to have people fighting, people not getting along with each other over just small things. Nothing is going to get better. And no one wants to really say this because it's like, oh, you're just shining crap on a just optimistic moment that's not even real. Like, to tell you guys, if you don't look like these guys right here, speaking to all the unattractive men and just men in general who are average, who maybe were able to get dates back then and have no one now, if you are not a super good looking guy like this, to where you have good features to where you can attract women like Saphir here, or this guy Sean O'Pride, to where you're over 6 foot, your life is still going to be difficult. Like, I don't see what people don't understand, man. Like, there's no voting ballot for your face. There's no electoral college vote for your height, man. Like, it's over. And this is what a lot of guys don't want to face. I mean, the only thing you literally have to look forward to is having even more difficulty and challenges to overcome. If you don't find a way to make a way for yourself without having to depend on the system so much. That literally has to be the goal, regardless of what happens. Regardless of if we're close to World War III or whatever, you have to make sure you're good. And that's the thing that I want to set home in this video. We have to center this based in reality. Stay grounded, okay? Make sure you are fine mentally, physically, emotional wise. You have to make sure you are fine as a man, because all this other stuff you see on the news, everyone around you just celebrating, championing, the return to Trump or whatever, right? It's not going to change the fact that we have very difficult times ahead, regardless of what happens. And you have to make sure that you're in a position to where you're not as badly affected as you're going to be, like other people who were unaware of what's coming. The economic crisis, everything just ending. Food shortages, like, these things are coming. They're destined to happen. And it's going to be way harder for you, like I said before, as a man. If you are not attractive, if you don't have connections like that, if you're not a likable person to people, if you don't know your ways around the system, then you're going to be affected. Like, look at this right here. The gap between men and women, just like those two on the bench, man, just is so minute and just big. Like, it's no repairing it. Dating is a done deal. Friendships are just done. Family units, done. No type of unity. This election really showed how just disunified and just disorganized we all are in our thinking. To just think that just this one person is going to change everything. To keep letting people get our hopes up and lie like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to do this and that. And guess what? Not hardly much of anything happens, or nothing happens. It's going to be the same nonsense again and again. So don't kid yourself and get your hopes all up. You need to be thinking as pessimistic as possible for when it comes to the outside world. Everything that's in the outside world, as a man in today's society that is average and just a living, breathing, and male in general, if you're unattractive or average, is against you. And you better not forget that. Because the moment you forget that little peripheral thing is when things are really going to get bad for you. Don't forget why you're in the situation you're in. From the very things of politics, from the very things of people not wanting to talk to each other, people forgetting about ethics, certain moral values. This is the reason why so many men are in the situation they're in right now. And the reason why so many more people are going to suffer. But you guys take care. I wanted to make a quick little video after elections, and Just keep us based in reality of how, you know, if you're a guy that's had it hard his whole life, I mean, you better not expect anything differently. The only thing you better be doing is working on becoming more unloving, caring about yourself, only caring about what you want, and that's it, man. Because it's like I tell you, things aren't going to get better from here on out. Prepare for the worst and expect the worst. But you guys take care. I appreciate you guys for following the channel, and shouts out to all you guys, you know, and I hope you guys continue to support. And I'm going to be trying to reply to some of you guys. I've been very busy with finding a job, you know, still brutal out here, man, the neat life. But you guys take care. And like I always tell you guys, stay away from the modern woman. Thank you.